What's up YouTube? This is Master Renz and welcome back to my channel. So, sa video ito, manonood tayo kay Depths of Despair na ang pamagat ay 10 scary ghost videos that are bound to swap skeptics. So, make sure magsusubscribe kayo dito kay Depths of Despair. So, without further ado, let's go sa go!
The Cult. A woman named Shello acquired a collectible cult necklace by Aleister Crowley in an estate sale back in 2012, and also struggled with addiction around the same time. Ever since then, strange unexplainable events have followed her throughout her life, and just recently, on June the 5th of 2025, it started getting worse again. While Cello had to do some dishes, she heard noises coming from down the corridor, so she sets her phone up to record, and this is what she captures.
Ano kaya to?
Okay, I'm so crazy, right? Here you go. Baby's terrified.
Yung may nakatok. Ayun no. Bumubukas yung pinto. Ay! Takot. Ano yun? Ang creepy ah. Natakot yung aso.
I know. You're okay. You're okay. I know. God, I'm like shaking.
First she hears knocking, then the door at the end opens and closes repeatedly by itself. The camera also distorts and shakes on its own. Then her dog gets really scared and runs away, whimpering. Cello is really worried as her dog seems to be really stressed and scared when any activity happens. She believes something is attached to her and follows her wherever she goes.
Katakot yun
Funeral
ah.
Home Collection. On July the 3rd of 2025, a man under the name Captain Casket explains that he has been living in his current house for close to a year now, and nothing strange has ever happened before. He has a hobby of collecting strange spooky items from funeral homes, often associated with the dead. One day, a friend of his brings him some creepy items, and a few days after, strange things start happening inside his house. While making a video explaining his experience, this happens.
I've lived in this house for probably close to a year now, and I've never had anything happen here. I've never once thought that there was any kind of like haunting stuff going on or ghosts or anything like that.
Kasi naman nagko-kolekta ka ng mga item na mga haunted pala. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, di ba? Nagko-kolekta siya ng mga ganong item na may possibility na kapitan ng kaluluwa.
Until a couple weeks ago when I was given these like lab grade like test tube things. And these are like legit Pyrex brand, like super high quality glass, right? Came from a funeral home. So the other day I was up in my bedroom and I started hearing like clinking, and I don't see a move, but I'm hearing. And it's like obviously those. So I didn't think too much about it. And then a few days after that, I start seeing like little shadows in the side of my vision, right? I'm like peeking over while I'm watching TV, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I mean, like my sleep has not been as good. Everything's just been kind of weird, right?
While he talks about the paranormal activity that has been occurring in his house, a dark shadow figure can be seen moving around behind his door without him knowing. He continues talking about the strange voices he hears throughout his house, and just a few moments after seeing the figure, he captures the voice.
If you've done a lot of like ghost investigation, EVP, analyzing, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that is the quality. Like that is,
Uy,
a perfect example
wala, may bumulong.
of a disembodied voice.
He then shows that there's no space for a jacket to be hanging or a
Ay,
person
naku
to
po.
be standing there, as it's surrounded by his funeral items, and the door itself doesn't have a hanger. A few days later,
Yung pala, funeral items pala yung tawag doon sa kinokolekta niya.
he decides to start some paintings when he sees a shadow figure upstairs out of the corner of his eye. So he starts recording this.
Hello?
Haunted cabin continued. When I got home from work, I looked in the small window. Nawala. Post nyo na lang kung gusto nyo basahin.
Hello?
Ako, sumagot yan. Yari ka.
Hello?
Ay, naku, huwag mo nang tawagin. Tawagin mo pa eh. Gumalaw.
What the fuck?
Gumalaw yung pinto. May anino.
Who's in there?
Ay, naku po.
Fuck.
Ay, Mamma Mia.
Noises can be heard coming from right where he last caught the shadow figure on camera. Then, as he walks towards it, the door just opens on its own, causing him to turn around and just get out of there. After collecting these strange objects and now experiencing paranormal events, he is thoroughly convinced something is now haunting his house. Hopefully, we get some more updates soon. Dark Depths.
Hindi ako makongolekta ng mga ganong item.
On July the 5th of 2025, a group of friends were exploring an abandoned silo late at night when they suddenly hear a girl's voice calling out for help from down below.
Uy, may tao. May tao.
I lost my friends.
Huh?
I lost my friends.
What?
My phone said, "Can you please help me?"
Ang walang tao naman.
I can't see. Where are you guys?
Is you a skinwalker? Go down. You're going down. Are you
Skin, baka skinwalker yan.
From the deep dark depths of the silo, an overly calm girl's voice can be heard asking for help, saying she lost her friends. The boys realize it sounds suspicious and ask if she's a skinwalker, to which she just replies, "I lost my friends,"
Ay,
in a very
oo
calm
nga
manner,
no.
unlike that of someone actually stuck and lost in need of help. Realizing something is clearly not right with this person, they quickly turn around and get out of there. Since the abandoned silo is so big and leads down into the darkness, many people believe that loads of mimics or skinwalkers are lurking down there.
Ay, nakakatakot yung mga mimik na yan eh. Sa totoo lang nakakatakot yung mga ganun. Yun yung malakas makapanin lang eh. Saka napansin ko nga doon, no? Tinanong siya eh, kung ano, may tinanong sa kanya, tapos ang reply lang niya, "I lost my friends." Inulit lang niya uli. So technically, pag mga ganun, dapat pag kinausap, kung yung reply niya konektado doon sa tanong, bababaan nila yun. Pero dito, hindi na nila binabaan kasi na-realize nila na hindi tao yung kausap nila nun.
The Asylum. This next video comes from a woman named Sarah who was alone handling the cleaning duty for an asylum building when she starts hearing strange noises. It's at that moment she pulls her phone out and begins to record. Take a look.
Otra vez se están escuchando muchos ruidos.
Ay,
Oigan.
ako po.
¿De dónde viene ese ruido?
Ay. Ay, Mamma Mia.
Se escucha como que gritaran, como si hablaran. No es nadie. Se escucha que grita. Creo que es de acá.
Katakot naman to.
Oigan,
Ay, I see
Hay
you.
veces que se oyen las sillas de ruedas, que caminan, que hablan. ¿Qué podrá ser?
Uy, hindi niya nadinig.
Ay, ¿qué podrá ser? ¡Ay, no!
Ay, naku po.
¿Qué es eso? ¡Ay, no!
Ay, naku po.
Ahora sí, mira algo. No puede ser. No puede ser, ¿escucharon? Ahora sí sentí que alguien me tocó de verdad.
Nasa tabi mo na. Naku, hindi gumagana elevator.
Tengo que ir. No abre el pinche
Pero hindi
elevador.
nagana.
Desde se había dicho que se escucha
Ay,
mucho
naku.
ruido. Voy a tener que ir por mi hija. ¡Abre! No abre.
Magandang
Está
ka na
abriendo
lang.
el elevador.
A creepy whisper can be heard saying, "I see you," and then moments later, a food storage
Takot
car
to.
comes sliding down the room on its own. All the while, the elevator suddenly doesn't respond. A few days later, Sarah is woken up around 3 a.m. inside her own house after hearing some strange noises. Watch closely.
Naku.
No mames. No sé si pueden escuchar. El bote de la basura. Chinga. Y el pinche bote de la basura se abre y se cierra solo. Aquí se fue.
Katakot naman to, ang dilim. Nakatakot naman to, ang
¿Qué
dilim.
podrá ser? No mames.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ah, ¿qué es? ¿Qué chingados es? ¡Ay! Se escucha.
Ay, ay.
¡Ay, no mames! ¿Qué es esto?
Ano yun?
El pinche bote de basura se está abriendo y cerrando solo.
Ano yun? Ay, naku po.
Manches. ¿Por qué chingados está haciendo eso?
The bathroom trash can lid starts opening on its own. It's not much activity, but the family is worried that something followed her back home from work, and that this may just be the beginning of something far worse. Ro goes
Yan kasi hindi nagpagpag, ay nasundan sa bahay. Excuse me. Ibig sabihin yan ng napapala pag hindi nagpapagpag, nasusundan sa bahay. Baka naman yung multo din eh gusto mag-CR, kaya ganun.
or not, I'll let you be the judge. Shoplifting. On July the 6th of 2025, a man named Don shared a video from his time working as a security guard for an old Navy store. At the time, he is operating the CCTV camera and observing someone closely in the men's
Ganda rin mga
department
damit
who
yan sa
appeared
Old
to be
Navy.
shoplifting when he noticed something creepy. Watch closely.
Look right here. Look right here. Right here. Look. Look, watch. What is that?
Ay, no.
What is that? And it's just gone, bruh. Look at this shit.
CCTV
It's
to
there, and now it's not. It's there, and now it's not, bruh. What is that? Bruh. What is that? What
Ayun, bro.
is that?
Ayun, bro.
And then it's just gone. Bruh. What is that? One more time. Bruh. What is that? What is that?
While the man is checking out the clothes on the rack, something strange appears in between the gap next to him. Someone or something seems to manifest in the gap out of nowhere,
Nakatakot
before
na.
disappearing again shortly afterwards. Don has no idea what he just saw, and the man in the footage didn't seem to notice anything odd at the time. Just what is this?
Takot naman to.
A woman named Tara explains that she has been followed by something unexplainable throughout her whole life. Ever since she was a kid, she would see shadows moving around and hear strange noises in the house. Her mum also says that she has seen unexplainable paranormal events when she was younger, so she believed Tara without hesitation.
I'm going to tell you a ghost story. It's a true ghost story. And I believe that whatever it is has followed me here.
The activity Tara had been experiencing throughout her life suddenly stopped one day a few years ago. That is, until recently she moved into a new house somewhere in the countryside. And after a while of living there, she noticed her pets behaving strangely, staring at the ceiling for long periods of time. Now, a few days later, Tara begins to notice strange scratch marks on the ceiling just below her attic, and things slowly got worse from then onwards.
I'm on the phone with my stepdad today, right? And he goes, "Who's there with you?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Who's there with you?" I was like, "No one, why?" And he's like, "Who's that guy talking?" I'm like, "I'm here completely alone. What do you mean?" He's like, "There's a man talking, like just as loud as you right now." And I was like, "I don't hear anything." And then he said it stopped.
Ang kwento ko lang, may encounter din ako niyan nun. Sa girlfriend ko nun. Magkatawagan kami nung nasa barko pa ako nun eh. Nandun sila sa sementeryo. Tapos lumayo, kasi binisita nila yung puntod nung mama niya. Ngayon nung lumayo siya, pumunta daw siya doon sa may Musileo. Nag-iisa lang siya. So nag-uusap kami. Tapos nadinig ko sa phone nung nasa barko ako na sabi babay na. Sabi ko, ano babay na? Tapos sabi niya, wala akong sinasabing babay niya. Sabi niya wala daw siyang sinasabi. So meaning doon kinilabutan siya kasi ako wala rin akong kasama sa paligid nun. So nakain ako nun. Kung may kasama ako, nasa malayo sila. Pero doon sakang dinig ko talaga sa audio, babay na. Nahinig ko talaga may nagsabi ng babay na. Akala ko siya nun eh. Yang sabi niya nga, mag-isa siya dun sa area na yun. So, imposibleng may ibang tao nun. Saka syempre, imposibleng magsisinungaling yung girlfriend ko nun.
Afterwards, Tara started to notice scratches on one of the second floor windows, which at first may look like they are from the inside, but the scratches are actually on the outside of the window.
So bad news, there's new scratches. Again, these are on the outside of the windows, and I'm on the second floor. You can tell me what you think it says. Let me get a good angle here. I don't know what it
May mga kalmot
says.
niyo.
But it looks like it's like 4 letters maybe. Again, this is on the outside of the window, you can see. Second floor. But I'll show you, these are definitely on the outside
Baka naman I love you nakalagay.
of the window, because I can
Kaya
like,
4 letters eh, di love.
100% on the outside. The only other like weird-ish thing to note is I've been hearing like loud noises.
Bumukas. Paano nangyari yun? Oh. Kitang-kita sa mukha niya, oh.
Am I fucking? That's Jackie. Oh my god, thank god.
Nagulat siya, oh. Nagulat na nakatakot. Speechless. Baka bumukas pa.
Oh my god, Jackie! I'm
Ay.
sorry, dude. You just scared the holy shit out of me.
Katakot naman
After
mata nun.
observing the scratches on the window, a cupboard door suddenly opens on its own behind her, and scratching sounds can be heard. Tara is convinced this is the same entity that has followed her throughout her life. So is Tara being haunted by something evil that is attached to her? Or is it all just an intricate ruse? You judge.
Creepy.
Attachment. A woman named Kelly uploaded some creepy videos on July the 13th of 2025 that her brother sent her from his house. Her brother lives alone and started to experience strange poltergeist activity around his house. This activity kept growing over time, so he had some mediums come in and check the place out. The mediums believe he has a haunted item in his possession that has something attached to it, but he has no idea what item it is or where it is in his house. So he sets up some security cameras around the house, and one night the living room camera captures something chilling.
Ayun no.
Some orbs are seen flying around before the door suddenly opens on its own, and then a black mist is seen moving around in the room. The very next day he's sitting at his desk working on his PC when this happens.
Nakakatakot po kasi sa Depths of Despair. Ay, ayun no. Dumilim. Hey.
One of the rooms gets really dark out of nowhere, and then a door slams shut on its own. Shortly after, his cat goes missing somewhere inside the house, so he decides to record while looking for him. Take a look.
Felix! Felix!
Yeah, you know, may dark shadow.
What looks like a dark figure can be seen through the gap on the door before it closes on its own, causing him to retreat back to his bedroom, where he then sees something horrifying and takes a picture.
Hey.
What looks like a tall dark shadow figure can be seen standing on the stairs, while sticking out as if it was standing on the same level. Then, moments later, it's gone, and he shows how it looks when it's not there. Kelly's brother has no idea what item is causing the paranormal activity, but he hopes to find out soon. If you have any video recommend or tapping by a well. A man named CJ travels around Europe to strange and creepy remote locations and camps overnight in them for days, and sometimes weeks, along with his dog Lance. His YouTube channel Project Amber has nothing to do with anything paranormal whatsoever, except for this one video. One day CJ was camping out in a very remote forest area located somewhere in the French countryside. He's fixing his fridge that broke down, when all of a sudden his dog starts behaving very strangely just off screen.
Right. Now I'm sure with house fridges you're supposed to... No. Right, so I'm pretty sure with a house fridge, if you move it, you're supposed to leave it like 12 or 24 hours to settle, for the gas to settle. Now I've just flipped it upside down and back again, so I'm going to give it the full 24 hours, I think, to... What are you looking at? You keep freaking me out, dog. There's no one over there.
Yung aso mo nakikita.
Are you seeing something I'm not?
CJ then explains why he's getting paranoid by the dog's behavior.
There's actually a well, just where I'm parked. You go down this little track, and there's a well with a big metal bar on it. And originally I was going to go and park there, and I saw the well, instantly started thinking about the ring, which when I was about, I think it was about 10 when it came out, scared the shit out of me. For like a month I didn't sleep properly, and now the dog keeps looking over in that direction of where it is. So I'm like, nah mate, I might move. But I can't.
As it starts getting darker in the evening, things begin to get even stranger.
Okay, I'm seriously freaked out now.
A minute ago I could hear like really loud moaning, like just booming across the mountains. So I've come down to where I could hear it. I got to this old well and it stopped. I mean, that thing's wild freaky. It's like something out of The Ring. But just as soon as I got here, just from over there's no track or anything, it's just wood. This girl appeared, dressed like kind of like a monk, no shoes, and no hair. So I said bonjour and that, and she responded. I asked if she was okay, but she didn't respond then. She just carried on walking. So I carried on a bit and thought I better double check. Went to go and find her again. She's gone. So up that way, that's where my van is, and that goes to the road. But down where she went that way, there's nothing, and there's nothing for miles. Where did she go? I'm gonna leave.
CJ explains that his dog Lance is usually extremely excited to meet any new people and would often run over to them to interact with them. But the dog was afraid to go near the bald girl for some reason and instead hid in the opposite direction. A little
Baka natakot kasi kalbo. Hindi, joke lang po. Joke lang.
later on, CJ sees her again wandering around randomly in the big countryside woods. He then says he saw her again later, but didn't get to record it as it was brief.
I saw the girl another 2 times. The last time I was near the van and she was running through the forest. I left, I booted it. I was gone. I'm about 50 miles from there now. I was gone so fast. I didn't even pack the van away. Yeah, it's a pretty big mess in here.
CJ believes that it could have been a spirit of a girl who died in the well and is somehow bound to it, roaming around the nearby woods all day. So is this a real ghost in the French woods? Let me know. The baby monitor. A woman named Delaney often makes videos about her pug dog, but one day she uploaded something more unsettling. Delaney has a baby monitor set up in her child's bedroom to monitor them, and one night she hears her child making a lot of noises in their sleep. So she decides to check the baby monitor, and was frozen with fear after what she saw.
Oh, ba't nyo kasi iniiwanan yung mga anak nyo? Uy! Ano yan? Parang hindi kamay ng tao ah.
What appears to be a dark figure can be seen standing against the dark wall, just watching the child sleep. Then out of nowhere it extends its arm over and touches the bed, almost reaching the sleeping child, who remained in a deep sleep-like state, before the figure suddenly retracts its arm back into the darkness. Delaney was completely horrified and worried for her child's safety, but luckily she hasn't seen it again since then.
Dapat kasi hindi iniwanan ng bata. Dapat sinasama niya sa pagtulog. Kasi maliliit pa eh.
The unknown. A woman named Alex, who lives with her 2 sons and husband, explains that something has been tormenting them inside their home for some time now. She often hears her son's voice when he's not in the house and sees dark figures moving around. On one night, she hears noises around the house and sees something, so she begins to record and captures this.
Я его видела. Посмотрите туда. Я видела эти волосатые ноги.
Uy, bumukas mag-isa.
Боже, кто это? Мамочки. Боже. Что это?
Ang dilim ah. Ang dilim.
Что это было? Дети сидят, смотрят телевизор. Муж на работе. Старшего сына нету. ушел гулять. Вон он, ребят, видите? Видите, вон он бежит. Вон он
Ano yun?
пробежал, ребят. Вы это видели? Он пробежал. Вы видели его рога? Вы видели?
The door opens by itself with
Hindi ko
nobody
nakita.
there, and then the window in her son's room is wide open. Then she sees something moving outside, but it seems too hard to see on the camera. Later that night, she sees this.
Meron pa.
За нахрен? Вы видели, да? Вы видите это? Из шкафа какие-то тени выходят. Как будто бы из шкафа.
A dark shadow silhouette of a little boy is seen coming out from where her closet is and walking across the room. This happens continuously, but when she looks around, there's nobody there. Alex believes something may be attached to her family. But as always, let me know what you think down below. The last video wasn't pushed out for
So yun, nakatapos tayo dito. Depths of Despair. Subscribe kayo dito Ganda ng mga video nito Saka syempre, mag-subscribe din kayo sa aking channel na Master Renz. At pakiclick na rin ng bell button para lagi tayo magkasama sa panonood. Thank you so much po sa pagsama and ingat po kayo palagi.